Guys, this is one of the saddest thing you would have seen on the internet today. Honestly, it pricks my heart to share things like this. But then again, it's sometimes important to share. A Nigerian man who relocated to the UK in 2022 beat his wife to death over alleged cheating. Blows so violent. Skateboard used was damaged. The skateboard he used in beating his wife to death was damaged. That's to show you the essence of damage it did to his wife.
Ryan Little.
All right, guys, so welcome back to my hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Violet Okolocha. I live and I practice in the United Kingdom, and on this channel I share every juicy information. If you are interested, do me a favor, like this video right now so you don't forget. Share this video with as many that will benefit from it, and of course don't forget to subscribe. Now guys, see, I don't know if you follow Dr. Zoe. If you don't follow Dr. Zoe on the social media, I would encourage you to follow him on Instagram after this video. The man said, what is the essence of marriage? If you cannot stand till the end, what is the essence of marriage? I'll play the clip so that we can watch it, and then I'll come back to discuss this man who beat the wife to death using a skateboard. Now guys, stay tuned.
Hi my people, Dr. Zoe again. Good morning from Canada. I always reflect, my kids are in university, so just my wife and I. So I always have time to reflect on a lot of things. And what I want to talk about this morning, I'm late. It's around 10:30 here this morning. I had to rearrange my schedule. I want to talk about the essence of marriage, the real reason why people get married. And just please listen. My wife has been unwell for about 2 weeks now. She was 10 days in the hospital. She had a hernia surgery and got complications from it. When I mean complications, she had ileus and there was like obstruction, no poop for a couple of days. And, it got me thinking. She was really sick. I was going to the hospital in the morning and going to the hospital in the evening. I can actually see the way her face lights up when I come in. It touched me. And that's why even when I'm tired, I go there. I stay there beyond the 9 o'clock they close in PLC. And the nurses allow me because I help out. I will be the one to go because when she finally moved, it was a bit everywhere. I'll go. When I come back, I'll go to the washroom. She was sharing a room with some guy, one white guy, who clean everywhere. I will brush her teeth, shower her twice a day, sometimes once. I did it. I still did it now. That's why I'm going late to work. There was a period, I think it was day 4, when she was vomiting now. She didn't move for about 4 days. So they tried to put down an NG and they couldn't, no luck. She said, everybody stop. They said, what's going on? She said, I want to see my husband. I just left the hospital. I was nearly home, 30 minutes travel. They called me on the phone. I turned around and I went to see her and everything went well. Trust me, everything went down, no problem. It got me thinking again. She has a brother in this town. Her sister is a consultant specialist, nephrologist. Here, pharmacist. She didn't call them. She asked for me. So you that is married or saying you're a common law, whatever you are, do you have that one person that in your most vulnerable period, if they ask you to make one call, do you have one person that you call? That's called marriage. Dr. Data, the surgeon that did the procedure, when I was washing the bathroom, she was with my wife. She told my wife in all his years of practice, he's never seen anything like this. I'm not boasting about it, it's the truth. I was moved, even the beans. I will move her bean when I come in the morning and in the evening. I will even change her neighbors. I will ask him, is it okay for me to change your beans? He said, yes. All the Ethiopian ladies that were doing cleaners and all that, they were all, because I work in the same hospital as a doctor, as a big-time doctor. But I had to do it for my wife. That is the essence of marriage. I've watched old men and women in dementia units when they're losing their memory. Trust me, there's nothing as sad as you knowing that your memory is going. These are top people in their lives. And just that period, we do what we call personal directive or power of attorney, like who's going to take over your health when things finally go. You have to see people make these decisions. If you are one of those people, unfortunately, are you going to appoint your spouse? I mean, as I said, I only think aloud, like, Now, right now, this is morning. I'm going to go later. I told my clinic to move things around. I have to wake up because she still has drains and all. I'll empty the drain, record it, make sure she showers, shower, dress it again because you have to take out the dressing. After shower, you put down, clean everywhere, put on the dressing again, record the dress, and go. I'll have to leave now because I have to work too. But it got me thinking. I always say, if you are in a relationship, you say you're married, common law partner, whatever you call it, and in your most vulnerable state, you don't have someone you can look in the eyes and know that this person stands for you, then you're not married, my friend. I don't think you are. The main reason why we get married is not even so much because time will go when all the physical things will go past you. It's no longer about intimacy or all that. It's about companionship. It's about trust. Can you look that one person in the face? When you have your siblings, you have people that are relatively closer to you in the same city and call someone else, I want to say my spouse. The whole hospital stood at a standstill. And what shocked the nurse was I was driving back because I just left the place. She called me. I turned my car, told her I'm going to be there in 21 minutes. That was the exact time the sat-nav told me. I got there earlier. And as soon as I got there, everything settled. Go and ask them. Any man would always believe, because we men believe, oh, we're going to be the first people to go, we're going to be sick and our wife will look after. It can be the other way around. It can be easily the other way around. Take it from me. I've done it for the last 2 weeks. And believe me, I don't mind doing it. I don't. I actually feel good. I like, because the first couple of days she was really very sick. But anytime I come in, the way her face lights up, it makes me feel good. It really does. So again, I'll end it with, you're in a relationship, you're married as according to you. If you have one last phone call to make to save your life, are you going to call your spouse? If not, you're not married. Dr. Zoe.
All right, guys, so I decided to play Dr. Zoe's video so that we understand that marriage is sacred and that your closest person to you is your spouse, your wife, or your husband. That's by right. The closest person in life to you should be your husband or your wife. And now you took the woman to the altar. And for nobody, no reason is justifiable for you as a man to kill your wife or for you as a woman to kill your husband. No reason is justifiable. Now, so what happened? Nobody is even asking what happened anymore. The man has been sentenced to life imprisonment. Nobody's asking what happened. This happened in November 2023, but apparently it was the courts, gave their judgment, I think April 24th, 2024. And I'll read here. What happened to this man? A Nigerian man, Olubimi, had allegedly beaten his wife Tawo to death with skateboard in their UK residence. The matter was heard in court as the 48-year-old Abondude repeatedly was investigated by police for subjecting his wife Tawo to domestic violence before he murdered her. See, guys, marriage is not by force. If your marriage is resulting into abuse, the best thing you can do for yourself is to quarantine yourself. Take a walk away for some time and probably you may come back, go for therapies. You may need therapeutic help. Because if you're fighting domestic violence, either parties can go through that means. Anyway, let's continue. Now, according to Telegraph, the husband was arrested when police were called to the couple's home on November 27th, 2023, and found his 41 years old woman with an injury to her lip. So apparently, police came to their house in November 27th when this, I think one of them reported, probably the wife, reported that the husband, had her injured on the lip. And so Ipich Crown Court was told her Abondude was freed on police bail from station with a condition that he stays away for his home. So when police came to their house, they arrested the husband and they released him on bail that he should stay away from the home. But apparently, he didn't stay away from home. But the following day, after the husband has worked in night shift, apparently the husband works in Tesco. So the following day, after he had worked in night shift at Tesco, he went to his home to pick up his mobile phone at about 9 a.m. The reports revealed that two police officers arrived their home at 9:20 a.m. to do like a follow-up with the lady over the incident that had happened. But remember, the man did night shift at Tesco and went back to the house where they said he shouldn't go. He went back to the house. His reason for going back to the house was to pick up the mobile phone at 9. While the police was there at 9:20 a.m. to do a follow-up case with the lady. Now, while they were waiting outside, the police at 9:20, they were outside the woman's house. So while they were waiting outside, the policemen were hearing banging sound. But the policemen waited until 9:55 a.m. before forcing their way inside when senior officers gave them permission to. So while the man arrived to his house, they said he shouldn't go by 9. Police was there by 9:20 a.m. and they were hearing banging sound. Apparently, two of them were having a fight or something, or he was beating the wife. We never know. But police did not go in at 9:20. They waited until 9:55 a.m. until senior officers gave them permission to. Now, the officer found, when police finally entered by 9:55, they found the lady dead near the front of the door after she has been beaten around the head with her son's skateboard. The police added that she also has been strangled and stamped on. Now, Simon, for the prosecution, said that the sound of them banging in the house was likely to have been Abodunde, which is the husband, continued to attack the wife while she was already dead or unconscious. It was reported that Nigerian man Abodunde denied plea to guilty at the start of the trial and was remanded in custody before sentence on May 9th. The court was told how Mrs. Abondude had suffered catastrophic injuries. Pathology told the court that the injuries to her neck suggested that she has been strangled, she has been stamped on, and she had broken her ribs. Such a painful death, such a horrific death by a man who is supposed to be your husband, by a man who is supposed to be the closest person to you. If you are undergoing domestic violence in your home, you need therapeutic help. This is serious. This is so painful that you are being killed by either your wife or your husband. Nothing can be as painful as this. Now, what happens to the children? What happens to their children? Guys, this is so painful. It really breaks my heart. Now, nobody's asking what the lady did. Everybody's, why should he kill this wife? I did a video, was it 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago precisely, where I said husband and wife were deported. I'll share the link in the description box if you would love to watch it. And so when I did that video, somebody reached out to me. The man is from Cameroon. God bless you wherever you are. You're a superstar, sir. And he said to me, I follow your channel. And he said to me, I could share it here because I asked him if he could give me permission to share. I said, that's fine. He said to me, back in Canada, I married a lady, and then he said this lady all of a sudden changed. That for no reason, I didn't hear from the lady. This is what he told me. He said for no reason, she began to misbehave. And all of a sudden, one problem to the other one. They said he didn't lay hands on her. That finally, they asked him to leave the house for the wife, and finally he was deported. He said he knows that nature will give her the revenge she needs. He said he didn't fight her. He has picked up the pieces of his life. He said, but nature. So why take laws into your hands? Why take laws? No matter what your wife or your husband does to you, don't kill them. Don't take laws into their hands. There's what we call karma. Karma will take its due course on them. I know how with it, and that's why I keep telling people, when you come abroad, you have to try your best, because it's depressing abroad. Part of the story, I'll keep the link if you want to read, said the man was a civil engineer back in Nigeria, but when he came here, he couldn't get his civil engineer job, so he was working in Tesco. So it's possible he could be depressed. Even the court, they said there was no evidence, but somebody spoke in court about him and said there was no evidence, but apparently the man has been taking mental drugs. Do you understand? So it could be very depressing. So you have to come together as a couple, unite yourself, tolerate yourself, love yourself. You are the closest person to yourselves. Do you understand? So it's so painful. It's really hurts me. It really hurts me. And I pray that God sees them through. God sees the husband. God sees the children through, because apparently the woman is late now. The man has been sentenced to life imprisonment, and it is what it is. So, but it's very, very painful. And that's it. Now, so the court was told that Abondude had a history of jealousy throughout their marriage and has accused his wife of having affairs, adding that the couples also argues about bills. I've always said it. If you are working as a woman, your money as a woman, do you understand? You are working, your money as a woman is for you and your family. Do you understand? You have kids now. So, as a woman, as a man, you are working. Your money is for your family. You and the man come together. Do you understand? You and this man came together as one. So your money is for the family. Do you understand? So as a woman, you are working, the money is for the family. As a man, you are working, the money is for the family. It doesn't matter who works more. The money is for both of you and your kids. Do you understand? So it's not something that you as a woman, you are hiding money. You as a man, you are not supposed to hide anything from each other. It's painful to see that you argue over things. Honestly, it's so painful. I feel so bad. So even if the husband is working a lower job than her, and the man is working a higher job, or the woman is working, it doesn't matter. The income is for the family. So both income should be utilized in the home. So say, guys, when you come abroad, please work together as team. Honestly, we don't want to hear such stories of man beating the wife to death or wife beating the husband to death. It's becoming too alarming. Honestly, I'm not really happy. Honestly, I'm not happy. It's so sad. Okay, now look at Mr. Abode got a job at a car home, but her husband, who was trained as a civil engineer, worked at Tesco and was unable to find a work in his profession. She had gone to work on night duty. The lady went to work on night duty on 27th and returned home the next morning to find her husband in the house, when the court has told the husband to leave the house. And did you see that now? And that is it. So according to the story onto Vanguard News, there's no medical evidence to provide that the husband has mental issues but is currently on drugs for it. So George warned Abondude that the only possible sentence was one of life imprisonment. So he's been sentenced to life imprisonment. And that is it. That is it. Our thoughts remain with Taiwo's family and friends, and hope this result will bring some small comfort to them. Himself, takes care of the children. But this is so sad. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. Once I come your way, have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.